Want to buy a second-hand EV? So now that there's a lot of EVs on the market now in Australia and a lot of EVs being driven around, I mean, we had almost 100,000 electric vehicles sold in 2023 in Australia alone. And there's now around 1,000 Teslas on the road in Australia. So is the second-hand car market looking all right? Well, let's have a look. So there's a website in Australia called Car Sales. So I brought that up here, and it's got, you see just here, 242,220 cars available. Now, they're not all EVs, okay? So let's just have a quick look at those. But then what we need to do is to go down to the fuel type, and it brings up a little box. And as you can see here, there's 83,000 diesel, 360 dual fuel, 5,705 electric vehicles. Now, before you get, oh, that's good. Yeah, about 2,500 of those are new, being advertised on here. Gas, hybrid, petrol, plug-in hybrid. Yuck, sorry. So let's just have a look at electric. 5,700 odd. But these are all new. So we go into new and used, and we just click used or demo. And that comes down now to 3,333 as at the time of recording this. So look, there's a Kia EV9. This is X demo. Let's go from price high to low. And there's some roadsters at 350,000. Yeah, Porsche Taycan 2022. Now it's only got 8,307 on the clock. Yeah, there's a few here, isn't there? They're all Porsche Taycans up here, just about. BMW i7. So, yeah, that's way too expensive. But you can pick price low to high amongst a few others. And of course, the main lot here are Nissan Leafs. Now, there is a couple of iMievs, which are very nice cars, and more Leafs, and more Leafs, and more Leafs. So look, Nissan Leaf, even the current model, still does not have liquid cooled batteries. So yeah, now it does say here that this is 2015. So we go on to page 2, and there's more Nissan Leafs. There are an awful lot of Nissan Leafs. Now, I'll tell you now, a lot of these would have under 100 kilometers range, because the older ones started off with a very small battery. They would have had 150 to 170 kilometer range. That battery is now down to about 50% because it's air cooled. And in Australia, we've got a lot of heat. Australia is a big country and it's a hot country. You go up to North America or Canada, these would last a lot longer. So my advice is not to buy a Nissan Leaf unless all you need is a 50k a day range. The other problem with them is they've got CHAdeMO. Here's a BYD E6 for 20,000 with 93,000 on the clock. Now, those weren't too bad. I've seen a couple of those, and you know what? They're all right. What else have we got? Okay, so now we're getting into the Hyundai Ioniq and Nissan Leafs and iMievs. I believe there may even be a Renault Zoe or something in and around this price as well. Now, all these are across Australia. You can see that they're New South Wales, Queensland, Victoria, and so on. There aren't all that many in Western Australia. So, scrolling up, more Nissan Leafs. Guess what? More Nissan Leafs. There's an awful lot of Nissan Leafs. Hello, we've got a Renault Kangoo from 2018. Yeah, there are a few others in there. So we're now getting into some MG ZS EVs down to 27,000, and these are plus government on-road charges. So we're now into the realms of something other than Nissan Leafs. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of very reasonable cars coming up for the price. And the good thing is that on this website, you can go into make. And then you can pick out, I only want an Audi. I've already got used and electric. And there's 201 Audis. So let's just select Audi. And there we go. There's an Audi e-tron. 2021, 75,000 and so on. Let's pick another make. BMW GWN, they're just about all Auras, Aura Cats or Aura 03s. Hyundai, 157 Hyundai. Kia, let's have a look at some Kias, because Kias are quite good cars. 2021 Kia Niros available here, under 40,000, and that would be down this end on the road. 41,000 kilometres, that's what, about 28,000 miles, give or take. 65,000 kilometres. So there's some very nice Kias there. The e-Niro was a very good car. It was based on the Niro petrol version, which is what a lot of them are doing at the moment. Right, so if we go back in here, some Mercedes electric cars. What have we got here? Mercedes-Benz EQA. This is still priced low to high. An e-Vito. That looks like it's ex-demo because it's only got 1,243 kilometres on the clock, and it's going for $67,000 Australian. So look, there's quite a few in there. What else have we got here? So MG, 350, Nissan, 145, and I reckon 99% of those are Leafs. Tesla, 894 Teslas, which is what you'd expect. Tesla is the number one selling electric vehicle. There's about 100,000 of them on the road in Australia. And you can pick up a 2019 Tesla Model 3 for 36,000, 39,000. These are standard range plus. That's what I had. And I sold it 18 months ago when I had my Model Y for almost 2 years now. And I sold that after I got the Y. But you know what? You can get yourself into a very reasonable Tesla Model 3. Excellent cars. The battery life on these is excellent. Much better than Nissan. So if you keep going down here, you've got BYD. It's only 69 BYDs, but they haven't been in this country as long as Tesla, which has been in here for quite a long time. So there we have it. We've got some electric vehicles second-hand in Australia. Quite a good selection. And as I've said, personally, I'd go for an LFP battery. The choice is yours, obviously. but it is safer. You can charge it to 100% and so on. Because I've had a ternary battery in my old standard range Model 3, standard range plus as it was called back then, and it was a ternary battery, so I could only charge it to about 80 or 90%, and it only had a 50 kilowatt hour battery in it. Now I've got the standard range rear wheel drive Model Y, which has got a 60 kilowatt hour, just about LFP battery in it, and the rear wheel drive Model 3s have got an LFP battery in. So those are the ones I'd go for. In the second-hand car market, the Aura, look, I quite like that car. I think it's a really nice car. I've done test drives in it. And one day I'll get around to putting that video up. I did it at the Sydney show, the Everything Electric show. And I like it. It's really nice. And now it's dropped in price to be 36 grand basically on the road. I think that's superb value. If you can afford to get the new one, you get the new one. But if you can't, there are some reasonably priced second-hand ones saving you a few more thousand. Something to remember though, you won't get any government subsidies in each state. So if you think Queensland, you buy a second-hand Aura. Here's, let me just have a quick look while I've got it here. Queensland, standard range, Aura, 33,000 drive away. I don't know that Queensland have got a state government incentive for second-hand EVs. So a new one at 36,000 drive away, you can get 6 grand back. So that brings you down to 30,000. I think that's a bloody good deal. So look, that's Australia, second-hand EVs. Quite a good selection. What is second-hand market like in your country? I know a lot of people will only buy a second-hand or a used vehicle, not a brand new one. So there's now good selection. And as time goes by, we're getting more models into this country and there'll be more second-hand EVs coming up. And I reckon within a year, maybe 2, we're going to have a really thriving second-hand EV market. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. By the way, while you're down there making a comment, you see there's a couple of things there. There's a like button and a subscribe button. If you could give those a click for me, that would be really nice. Won't cost you anything. Just go click, click, piece of cake, and then you can make a comment down below. Thanks very much for doing that, and I'll see you all very soon.